Wrath here. It's going to go over my sorcerer build. A little about myself. I've been a sorcerer since launch, pretty much because I don't have time for repeating content on other characters. Yeah, what was I saying? I'm a solo character. I do a lot of group stuff and PvP and all that jazz. I just prefer being by myself. So what do we have here? It's my PvE build. Great add-on, by the way. I highly recommend this. I use the Netch's Touch for the shock damage. I'm a high elf sorcerer. High elves have a bonus in elemental damage, so this will work great, especially since a lot of skills are shock damage in the storm tree. I use Robert Giuliano's set. Said that funny. Anyways, gives you a nice critical, some extra magic, and spell damage. You could use any monster set you want because this is kind of an open slot with 2 5 pieces. Preferably Max Magica. More magic means more damage, bigger shields. Lost Imperial Band is just another goofy name for the Netch's Touch set. I don't know why they do this, but hey, it's us. This is a sharpened staff, increases spell damage. It's a defending staff. Just restores stamina, I guess. I don't know. I must have been goofing around with something, checking stuff out. So how do I use this set? Well, my stupid targeting skeleton would be targetable. That would be nice, but he's not. So we're going to have to work without it. Got Power Surge. Boosts your spell damage pretty nice. And gives you health. Boundless Storm. It's nice for extra protection. Does shock damage to nearby enemies and increases your speed. The other bar, we've got Inner Light, so we can get that extra damage in and magic. Endless Fury, it's just great for low health characters, especially in boss fights. We have Lightning Flood. This is one of the main attacks. So usually I will run into a mob. Say we have like 3 to 5 enemy computerized idiots just standing there, picking their noses, scratching their butts, all that shit. Oops, sorry. I said a bad word. Anyways, pop Surge, have this going, get my spell damage enchant going. I'm going to lay this down, and you're going to heavy attack, and you're just going to be right there in their faces, preferably in the middle of all of them, so you could disperse your damage evenly. These are my stats. With these stats, mobs don't last past the heavy attack. They pretty much melt instantly. I had an add-on for DPS counter. I usually don't base myself on it because that thing bounces all over the place. I don't really know where to consider myself. But this set has gotten me past 20k multiple times I've seen. So it's pretty good. I've gotten good feedback from it from my guilds. So yeah, got Dark Deal. I'm not going to go over all these skills. They're pretty self-explanatory. Unless you're new, I'll probably make another video sometime. Go over basics with Sorc, what you want to look for, what you want to do. Because, well, we can't all be sword-wielding Sorcs. Well, you could be, but it's not optimal. If you want to be competitive, you got to be optimal. Let's see, for PvP, this is the Amber Plasm set. This is my favorite set of the game. Usually, a recovery stat bonus is like 129. The 5th bonus here is 300 Stam and Magica. So that's about 4 bonuses right there in one. It's got the max magic, the spell damage, a little critical. Go infused on your big pieces. Means your head, chest, and legs. You can go infused on your smaller pieces, but it's just like 100 extra magic. It's not even worth it at all. The monster set. This is a good one because it puts offense on your target while you're in defense, casting your shield. Ice Heart would probably be a good one too, because you can get a shield and get some close personal damage coming out of you. My staves, they don't really match my set. I could grind for a Maelstrom one, but yeah, I just don't want to grind for it. But on the plus side, you got your enchants, and compared to a Maelstrom staff, this has more spell damage coming out of it. So I'm not too picky there. So the good thing with PvP and your recovery from this set is stamina. Stamina. If two Sorcs are fighting, generally the one with the more stam will win. Because once you CC and you're down, you're open bait. And if you're down and your shield expires, you're pretty much dead meat. So it's just nice to have that there. Skill set, pretty much the same thing. Well, I don't want Boundless Storm. Usually I'll have this because I'm running solo in PvP. When I have, what's this called? Defensive Rune, you want to have that going. It lasts a little over 2 minutes. People are just waiting to gank. Gank. I call them one-hit wonders. But yeah, they'll hit you. You'll notice your hit, but you have no damage taken. This is when you want to immediately look around and see who's stunned, and then you can go after them. Chances are, most Nightblades, they'll try to gank you. When they fail, they have to run away because they can't deal one-on-one face-to-face fights very well. I don't know. I'm not saying all, but most. So offensively, of course, you always want to keep your spell damage enchant up when you can. Starting off with the streak's good. Get them CC'd when you can. I would highly recommend hitting them with Curse first. You want to get that. And the trick is timing their explosion with a Crystal Fragment. You want to wait until this lights up in your hand. And, you know, most people think, okay, it's lit up in my hand, I'm going to launch it as soon as I can. It's the best option. Well, yes. I mean, a lot of things go in the heat of the moment. So if it works out, it works out, right? But usually your opponent will be tough. They're healing themselves. You got to burst them down. And to burst them down, you got to time your attacks. So what's a good combination? Well, get your enchant, curse going, maybe throw in some of these while weaving light attacks, maybe a few of those just for the hell of it. Stun them every now and then. This is good damage, and you know, you stun them, it uses up their stamina. But yeah, if you time this with your crystal frags when they're procced, doing all of this, you'll see some good results. Ultimates. Can't forget about ultimates. This is the ultimate for the restoration staff. It's great because, I don't know, if you see that you're in trouble, you're taking way too much offense and you're on the defense and you're still dying, you pop that. You don't have to worry about healing yourself for a little bit, and you get a little damage bonus. Yeah, usually it turns the tide of the battle very, very quick. Highly recommend that. This is always nice. We all know why. Just look at them, hit it, wait for the meter to fall on them. They can't block it. It knocks them down, and yeah, you just beat them while they're down, right? That's how we do it. So I apologize for the awkwardness. This is my first video. I might make more videos later. I want to help people interested in Magic Sorcs. So if you have any questions, let me know.